DPP, that is where we have all this withdrawal of cases. The president has come out and he was very keen to speak about the renewed fight against corruption only a few weeks ago. And we wonder if in such an environment, this is one of those things that the president could take some flack on, the fight against corruption. Because I'll give you only one chance to speak. Secondly, it's how the president is managing politics and this delegations that we're seeing at State House. Bwana Sosiona, I do understand that teachers are set to go to State House this week. 3,000 of them from all over the country. And one wonders, why is that even necessary for teachers to go to State House? What are they going to do there? If at all the president has done so well and employed 100,000 teachers, what do they need? They have a commission that takes care of their welfare. Why are teachers going to State House in this day and age? Let's start from there. As you make your final
thank
comments.
you. As I make my final comments, I would like to tell Mbai that it is wrong to try and simplify and excite Kenyans that we are going to remove the housing levy and we are going to get back help funding to what it was, basically because of the challenges arising from what is being implemented now. Let me tell you, the legislative framework and policy framework around these programs is very progressive. For example, NSSF, there was a need to change the rates. NHIF, there was a need to recalibrate and change it to work so that it serves the modern challenges and it is working. Housing is not going to go away. It is going to be a big thing for the current government and future governments. Coming to your current question, the president's meeting with teacher leaders under ILO UNESCO recommendations, the political and democratic rights of education workers is granted. And a tripartite meeting between employers, workers, and government is quite welcome. It's what you call social dialogue. That is promoted. And the president, this is one president who has been so strong and passionate about social dialogue with educators. On 23rd of June, 2022, he signed an education charter after extensive consultation and negotiation with educators. That was a high-level meeting, a very serious policy meeting, which gave birth to the current programs that are being implemented by the government. And we inaugurated the Presidential Working Party to actualize the charter once he was elected as president. He has been meeting teachers' unions at State House to discuss various matters afflicting and affecting education. This high-level meeting on Saturday between the president and the teacher leaders, teachers' unions and their associations is well aligned. It is within ILO UNESCO framework, so it is not guesswork, and it's about discussing the matters affecting education and educators in this country. And there's been a lot of preparation towards the same. It is going to be a major policy meeting between teachers and their president on matters affecting education. And it is always a welcome opportunity for teachers to engage the president directly. Remember, with all these direct engagements, a lot of things have been done for teachers, including salaries, employment of more teachers. It's not 80. It is going to be, within this budget, it's going to be 100,000. A lot has been done about recalibration of CBC, and things are working better than it was before. And therefore, this high-level meeting with the president is basically to audit the success in the education sector and to identify the challenges and collectively, in one voice, the president and the teacher leaders to chart the way forward. There is no way you can improve quality of education anywhere in the world without allowing democratic and political rights of teachers to operate, including engaging the highest
because of time, I want to give the rest.
And in fact, this is the first president in Africa to engage teachers directly in a structured manner. I think the other president who did in a similar manner was Barack Obama in the US. So this is a good indicator for work and programs in the education sector.
Asante sana. Final comments, Bwana Mutuku.
let people all and sundry know that there is no confusion in Nairobi as far as the functions, operations of service delivery is concerned. It is appalling when I hear at the national level there's that confusion. There are different units here and there. In Nairobi, the only unit that is there is where I am the head and is functioning. There is nobody can sabotage that. 2, the corruption issue of ESCC and ODPP. It is very annoying when we hear such institutions fighting and blaming one another. I hope now, because it's here and we saw them in the Senate, blaming one another, there is another now body that is either the president or something or another institution calls them into order and make sure that they are accountable, because this blame game, if it is left to continue, we are not likely to get results. Then number 3, about politics and professionalism. We are first of all professionals before we become politics. And the fact that you are a politician does not make you a less professional. So the people who look at politics in the negative, like my dear brother Peter, when he says that there are people who brought a lot of politics in government, the politics is simply the power to say yes to good things and the power to say no to bad things. And finally, the State House visits. I wish they were even they could extend to the extent that the president can even call the official opposition at State House and discuss matters. Because if the president decided to talk to the teachers and decided let's have a meeting somewhere in Machakos, in a certain hall somewhere in Machakos, people will say that is politics, is campaigning. But when he calls them, after all, the State House belongs to who?
The people.
To us. So in fact, I wish if they are listening with these people, after this they should call all of 3 of us for tea and say, here you said the right thing, here you did not say the right thing. So State House is for all of us. Let's expand the scope, and over and above, the president is expected to change, and it is only by next year, time like now, what we are going to lay the foundation for the next phase of second term or no term. Thank you.
Asante sana. Finally,
thank you. My few seconds. One, Peter, my namesake, if you are the head of delivery in Nairobi, do a poll on your own self and ask yourself how many Nairobians are satisfied with what you are doing.
I thought we are discussing national matters.
No, well, you mentioned about you being Nairobi.
I am the head of service delivery in Nairobi.
Be very careful because your rating could be as low as a negative of 80. So just see what you can do. Number 2, quickly, you talk about corruption. Very simple. Everything lies and falls on leadership. According to my mentor on leadership, John Maxwell. Fred, don't go looking for many things. It starts from the top. If the head of government and state does not see the need to fight corruption, you don't have to do anything else. Nothing will happen. Simple, political goodwill. I'm telling you that. Leadership starts from the top. And in a nation, any county government or any institution will never rise beyond the vision of the leader. The personality of the leader, Adolf Hitler, Nelson Mandela, the personality of the leader is what determines the direction the country or organization will go. So if the personality is in a certain way, they want to scatter about issues, they are not serious, they say one thing in the boardroom and in the media, you see it. So that's a summary. I'm just giving a principle on leadership and governance. So don't ask many questions, it's just drama. You want everything to report to you, so that you can scatter around and decide which cases go to court. Number 2, State House delegations. Ask yourself, Fred, when we were in Karen, the time we were looking for this government, there were so many delegations in Karen, if you remember. But then, this was a harassed DP who was trying to show how he was harassed by the President Uhuru Kenyatta, trying to gain favor. So he'd call people and say, you see, me, I'm being harassed. He was then in opposition, so to speak. You cannot do the same things when you're president. 3 years later, you should have sorted all those things because you're in power. So you can't repeat the things you used to do when you're in position and you're in government. Look at the things you used to give the wheelbarrows, you remember, in Karen. You can't do the same now. You should have transformed the rise of the people to go and buy for themselves sewing machines and car washing machines. You can't do that. Now, that very quickly, you used to go and be received across the country by people clapping, but not because you can't face them. You are calling a few people to come and give them money. Then you remember he campaigned on a free, popular president all over the place. But now you have to call a few people, give them money. And finally, I want to say this. We have no time to be called by anybody to talk about anything as opposition. Okay. Time is gone. We are waiting for 10th of August, 2027 for the showdown. Fred, allow me to say, it's very sad when people are killed. These assassinations, let me tell you, Fred, violence begets violence. Blood calls for more blood. When people when such things happen, other people begin getting ideas how to deal with their opponents. So when Ongondo is killed, when this lawyer is killed, people begin to think, oh, I have a problem with somebody politically, business-wise, relationships. Okay. I can use the same thing. This should not be condoned. The same way, whereas people were found, we need to let's not condone the issue of killing people. Right. Please, let's handle our conflicts in a better way.
Thank you very much, Dr. Peter Mbaye, Secretary Planning and Economic Affairs at DCP, Wilson Sossion, Mwalimu Wilson Sossion, who has served as SG of KNUT and also as a member of the National Assembly, and Peter Mutuku Mutua, Leadership and Governance Expert and now in charge of delivery in this great county of Nairobi.
The cleanest.
Yes, karibu sana. Thank you for your time at TV 7. Yes, indeed.
Absent Governor.
The big headlines on the front pages, assassins on wheels. This is one story we did not really pay much attention to today, but that assassination, we saw another high-profile assassination in Nairobi earlier this week. House Lane lawyer was ambushed. Same story on the front page of the Daily Nation. It is there on the front page of the Star as well. Down here, the pictures and the steps are followed by the assassins, but the story, the big story there is the EACC attacks prosecutor as ODPP defense dropped cases. I think the only positive headline I've seen is this on Business Daily, how Kenya Power will pay homes and farms for blackouts. Well, a lot more coming up on Morning Cafe after the break. My name is Freddie Ndemuli. Let's hope for better headlines tomorrow. Good morning.